A Million Stars by Ghost Cobbraaa.
We can fly away, just you and I.
Luna kept her gaze fixed on the glowing sphere in the sky.
I I just don't know. Where would we go?
The words of the purple unicorn were drenched in uncertainty and fear.
It doesn't matter. Canterlot, Main Marami, we have the whole world ahead of us.
Luna bent down and nuzzled the unicorn by her side. Twilight leaned against the alicorn, drawing comfort from her sweet scent. She thought about how desperately Luna had been trying to grasp Twilight's attention ever since she had freed her from Nightmare Moon. Now the librarian mare had gone completely oblivious to the subtle hints for so long. Now the two of them stood on top of a tall hill that jutted out from the fields of grass, looking out into the full moon that held proudly in the sky. So quiet, so peaceful.
I'm scared.
She shut her eyes tightly as she snuggled up to the princess.
I know, but there's nothing left for the two of us here. It is empty, can't you see? We need to find some place to live, and excitement.
Her voice just seemed so soothing and gentle to Twilight's ears, like a mother comforting her baby. The purple unicorn just wanted the night to go on for eternity. Under the endless stars, just the two of them. The night sky used to be intimidating to Twilight. It sounds strange. She would look out and would get overwhelmed with thought as she saw the amount of stars, and how she tried to comprehend the millions and millions of stars that were actually galaxies with thousands of planets in them, trillions of worlds out there in the sky. Trillions. Worlds that could have life and an uncountable amount of secrets hidden behind them all. It all made the purple unicorn feel so small and insignificant in the world. Yet, she didn't mind it now, because she was with someone other, someone that could guide her, someone that she could trust to never do her wrong. There were so many places they could go, and so many things in the world to see. It was just big. It was so big and open, so easy to get lost and fall down into the cracks. She needed someone to be there with her, so that she would have someone that she could hold when she did get lost.
Luna?
Twilight brought herself away from the alicorn's chest and looked up at her with magenta eyes.
Yes?
Wherever we go, can we find some place to settle down? Someplace that we could call our home and never have to leave again?
Luna's lips curled into a gentle smile. She bent over and placed a kiss on the unicorn's lips. Twilight closed her eyes and forgot about everything as she embraced the love being offered. After a few seconds, Luna broke away. Twilight wanted so desperately to just settle down and live peacefully, in harmony with the world around her, with the dark blue alicorn.
Twilight? Of course.
She stared down into the unicorn's eyes. The look was so soft and loving. Twilight felt a tear roll down her cheek as she thought of what she was leaving behind. All she had come to love. Her home, and all the memories shared in that little town. So much of her life was spent there. Now, the business and shops were closing. Her friends were gone, and the town was turning into a ghost town. It was a funny feeling to see all the things that you never really appreciate fall from your hooves. The treehouse and library she loved so much had fallen to broken decay and dusty furniture. Her friends that she had loved so much with a fierce passion all went off to serve in the equestrian guard when the war broke out. Twilight had served too, but was placed in a different unit than her friends. When she returned home, she found that her and Pinkie Pie were the only ones to return home. Yet, Pinkie was a different pony. She had long, straight hair and never smiled after her return. Twilight's heart ached when she thought about how her friend would crawl up into her closet with a bottle of alcohol and cry for days at a time. Pain came back alive physically, But Pinkie Pie had died a long time ago. There was nothing left, and Twilight knew it. She looked up into the stars with wide eyes, tears trailing down them as her mind played memories of all the fun times she had. All the big adventures with tons of fun. All gone. She quickly brought a hoof to her eyes to stop the tears from trailing into her mouth. She carefully shifted her hoof so that she was laying down on her stomach, and arced over so she was on her side. Twilight felt the presence of Luna laid down behind her, and she felt the hoof get wrapped around her torso. It felt good to have the alicorn hold her. She held on to Luna's hoof with her own hoofs, drawing love with each passing moment. She cried out a whimper as the tears just kept passing.
Twilight?
Yeah.
She managed to say before belling out into her sobs yet again.
What's wrong?
The voice was so concerned and so peaceful. Twilight just wanted to sing to the owner of the soft voice.
I'm just remembering all the good times with my friends.
She shut her eyes to suppress the urge to break into a shrill, helpless cry.
Twilight, those times are all gone. There's no going back, and there will never be any going back.
Luna whispered into the unicorn's ear.
But there's no use in wishing. We need to look to the future. We need to make new and happier memories. I promise.
Twilight thought about the words of wisdom for a few moments. There were a billion opportunities out there, a billion things she could do, and each and every one of them, she wouldn't have to do them alone. Twilight turned herself over in the grass so that she was face to face with Luna. She set her head on Luna's chest, and wrapped her hoofs around in a warm and desperate embrace. The alicorn with the midnight mane returned the embrace, and bent down to kiss Twilight on the forehead.
You're right. Let's make some new memories.
She closed her eyes as she squeezed tightly to the pony she loved.
We can depart tomorrow.
Twilight opened her eyes and looked up to find a reassuring smile glowing under the starlight. It felt great to hear we can depart tomorrow. It felt great to know she was never alone and never would be. The end.